Alright, so LS swap in your S2000. There's your steering linkage coming out of your car, and then it would have the spline in on it. So I cut that about 2 inches up the smooth part of the shaft, and then I flared the end of this pipe, put a punch in there and flared it out, and then kind of hammered that in so it's straight, and then weld around it right there. Then I stuck it in here like this, went ahead and put it in the U-joint there and slid it in where it's bolted up. And then when it's in there, basically, now this is just sitting here, but it's going to overlap this pipe or this shaft. You're going to hammer this in onto the steering shaft, put a weld around that, and you're good to go. Basically, the flat spot on here you have to line up with the bolt, where the bolt goes through to clamp this right there. So that flat spot will be something like this. It's going to be like that. You see it's just overlapping a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'll hammer that on there and then make sure my steering wheel is straight, and also make sure my wheels are straight. Now, this is where it gets tricky because I don't have an alignment rack or anything, so it's kind of going to be a guess. My steering wheel may be off just a little bit by the time this is all said and done. I'm hoping with the alignment that'll fix that. Also, too, I got rid, if you use the import muscle kit, they're going to charge you like $300 for tie rods. Okay, so this is your stock outer, stock inner from the S2000. You throw that shit away. If you don't want to spend big bucks on the import muscle shit, get you, I'll put the, honestly I don't remember what these are off of anymore. I think these are 06 Civic SI outer tie rods, and maybe an 04 Accord or something like that. Like I said, I'll put that in the description, so just check that out. But I think I've got maybe $30 in both sides off of eBay. Lifetime warranty. I mean, it's great. It'll give you the steering radius you need. Basically, this bend here is what's going to help you out. So that's where I'm at on this. But like I said, this is a hell of a project. You don't have to get as fancy as I did. Also on the steering, basically this hole here used to go where that bolt is, and this whole steering rack was pushed back. So what I did is I welded a piece of flat steel, 1/4 inch, basically just to lengthen, or the length of the holes here. Welded it to the body, put that bolt in, drilled this one out. So I'll run a bolt through here later, and then I'm also going to do an angled brace down to the frame there to kind of stiffen that up. But as far as steering goes, that's about it. Other than that, I mean, this car's on air ride, so alignment, I'm just worried about the toe mainly. Cambers, you know, just kind of, it's going to depend on where my ride height's set. But these are True Heart air coilovers, or air suspension, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And anyway, LS1 with T56 6-speed. This is set up from a WS6 Trans Am. I got my hard top up there. So it's just kind of a recap where I'm at right now. Like I said, still got a lot to go. Don't know if I'm going to use these fenders yet. I tried some flares. Didn't really like the way they turned out. The back ones are okay. I'm going to put the seals on. Got some fiberglass fenders back there. Probably not going to use those either. Ended up going with some block hugger headers. That would probably be my next steps to route the piping for those. I'm going to connect them down at the bottom and come up through here somewhere. I had the import muscle mounts. I didn't like them because they were solid, which I know people run them. And this This video isn't to bash on import muscle at all. It's just if you're on a budget like me. So this is what I did with the motor mounts. These are like $60 eBay motor mounts that come with the bracket to the block, the big bolt there, and then you can kind of see where I lengthened them. Yeah, it's rigged for sure, but I'm going to box all this in so you won't ever be able to tell anyway. But I'm just kind of getting everything lined out right now. I did use the import muscle motor mounts to get the motor centered where I wanted, and then I was actually going to run them, but they were going to get in the way of the turbo piping and stuff, so I scrapped those. Actually, they're for sale on eBay if anybody wants to buy them. And then, let's see, what else do we got? Bought a fender roller, more eBay shit, 36 bucks. Wiring harness, I got through. This is actually the stock harness I sent off and had trimmed up and stuff. It's not hard to do, guys. I'm just lazy, and I thought I was going to be in a lot bigger hurry to get this car done, but not going that way right now. 80-pound injectors, do all AN fittings. I'm going to split these. There's head studs as well. Giant ass fucking turbo. Tuning upgrade. This will be your Willwood Master that Import Muscle recommends. I did, however, buy their adapter bracket for that, and yes, that's not really that hard to make, but again, one of those things I thought I was going to be in a bigger hurry. I'm going to split the fuel line. Instead of using the jumper, I'm going to run one to each side here like this. So it'll be something like that, and then into the fuel filter, because your stock S2000 doesn't have one other than the sock on the pump. So that's head studs. I'll try to do all V-band flanges as well. There's carbon fiber radiator cover thing, cooling plate I think they call them. Got all the air ride stuff hidden back here, which the hard top will be on most of the time. New bumper, a little bit different style to it. I think, oh yeah, it's a Yonaka, or however you say that, radiator. Dual fans, the shroud, eBay intercooler. I'm all about some eBay shit, guys, let me tell you. Go follow Sloppy Mechanics and you'll understand what I'm talking about. I've had good luck with most of this stuff. My rotors, they're eBay. I got $100 for all 4 of them. I mean, you can't beat that. Drilled and slotted, warranty, all the good stuff. This is the clutch I'm going to run. It's basically a stock replacement. A little bit of an upgrade. I think it's 20% more it's supposed to hold, which definitely isn't going to hold up to this build. But when I started, I wasn't going to turbo it, so I haven't even opened this yet. Maybe I'll send it back. There's some random shit. Fuel pressure regulator. I'll run that somewhere too. I am going to keep AC on this car, so I've got that mounted up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the stock S2000 lines, which are hanging there. Also, I got to rig that strut brace up. I flipped it upside down and made it fit, but I'd like to show my little eBay emblem there, so I may do a little work on that. Also, got a list of all the shit I need to do, like quit bullshitting, for one. Let's see. Yeah, water pump and stuff's on the way. Screwed up and bought this engine, and the guy gave me truck accessories with it, so I'm swapping everything to F-body. Did the low mount on the alternator. I got some big chrome valve covers and stuff in the trunk too. I wanted to make this build look badass at the same time as it be functional, so I did have to cut a hole in the hood for that big intake, but I kind of like it now. I may put a scoop up there or something later on. I gotta do the ball joints yet, and the car's getting painted black, and the wheels are gonna be like a dark candy red, kind of like this anodized color. A little darker than that though, but it's almost like a blood red. And as soon as I came up with that color scheme, one popped up on fucking Instagram. Same shit, but you know what? That's what I had in my head, and that's what I'm gonna do. So it's not copying if you thought of it first. But anyway, I'll do another update here in a couple weeks. Hopefully it's running here before too long. I'll get that harness and stuff put in. I think that's really all I got to cover right now.